Hello student. In today's session, we have to start new chapter number 8, electrostatic from the syllabus of 12th standard. In this session, we have to cover previous year MHT CET questions based on this chapter. Now let me start the question number 1. So you can see question number 1 on screen. The expression for electric field intensity at a point outside uniformly charged plane sheet is. Now listen here. So let I explain here. If I consider plane sheet, so this is a plane sheet, then electric field at any point near this charged plane sheet is given by formula sigma upon twice epsilon 0. This is a formula. In this formula, this sigma is charge per unit area. Epsilon 0 is permittivity. Now here, so this D, in all option you can see D. D is the distance of the point from plane sheet. Now here this distance here doesn't matter. You can see here the Q. Q is the charge per unit area, or surface charge density. It is fixed for this distribution, charge distribution. Epsilon 0 is constant. So electric intensity does not depend on distance D. So the answer is option A, independent of D. So this is the right answer for this question. Now let me move for the next question. You can see the next question on screen, and it is the electric field intensity at a point near and outside the surface of charged conductor of any shape is E1. So this is electric intensity. So where it is electric field intensity at a point near and outside surface of charged conductor, and the charged conductor having any shape, that is E1. So let I write, when we are talking about charged conductor of any shape, then E1 is given by formula sigma upon epsilon 0. This is the electric intensity for or near at a point near a body of any shape, charged body of any shape is sigma upon epsilon 0. Electric field intensity due to uniformly charged thin plate is E2. And just in the previous question also, we already discussed electric intensity near charged plane sheet. It is sigma upon twice epsilon 0. Now we have to obtain relation between E1 and E2. Take the division. So 1 divided by 2. So E1 divided by E2. So when we take the division of these two, you can see here this right hand side, sigma upon epsilon 0, sigma upon epsilon 0 get cancelled. So here we get 1 upon 1 by 2. So it is 2. So E1 is equal to twice of E2. So this is the answer. E1 is equal to twice of E2. And it is written in option C. So option C is the correct answer for this question. Now next question is, two concentric spheres kept in air have radius, means radii r and small r. They have similar charge, both the sphere having similar charge. Equal charge density, means sigma is also same, and epsilon 0 they given permittivity. Then common electric potential. Now if I consider the common electric potential is potential of on first sphere plus potential on second sphere. So this is a common potential. Now let I tell you, this is the first sphere. So this is the center. So this sphere having a radius smaller. I consider one more sphere, a concentric sphere, whose radius is capital R. Now we have to write potential at the center due to both the spheres. This is the first sphere and this is second sphere. Now I consider, so here the potential formula. The potential formula is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. This is a formula. But the formula in term of sigma we have to write. Formula in term of sigma. Now Let I write formula in term of R first, and then we can write it in term of sigma, or let I write this formula in term of sigma also. So I can multiply this equation by R and divide by R. Then what we get? So we get Q upon 4 pi R into R square. So I return this Q to this side and this R into R square. Then we can write here R upon epsilon 0. Now here we can write this Q upon 4 pi R square. Not 4 I can take it outside, or I can write 4 here. Q upon pi R square. Q or 4, I write here 4. Q upon 4 pi R square. 4 pi R square is the area of the surface area of the sphere. Q upon 4 pi R square is sigma, charge per unit area. So sigma, I can write sigma small r divided by epsilon 0. This is a formula. So here we can write this formula. Q upon 4 pi R square is sigma, and this R by epsilon 0 as it is. This is a formula for the potential, and that we have to use. Now I can use this potential due to a sphere 1. This is sphere 1 and this is sphere 2. Now potential due to sphere 1 is sigma upon epsilon 0 and the radius is small r, plus second sphere is having a radius capital R, sigma into capital R divided by epsilon 0. Now after solving this we get sigma and epsilon 0 common. So sigma small r plus capital R, or capital R plus small r divided by epsilon 0. And you can see this in option A. So option A is the correct option for this question. Now let me move for the next question. And you can see here two charges of equal magnitude Q. Magnitude is equal, both the charges having a magnitude equal. Place in air at a distance 2a apart. Let I draw the diagram also. This is charge Q. This is another charge Q. And distance between these two charges is 2a. I can mention the distance here, 2a. Third charge minus 2q is placed at a midpoint. So here at midpoint, another charge minus 2q means this distance is a and this is a. Then potential energy of the system. Now potential energy of the system I can write by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Now this first charge into the second charge, q into this minus 2q divided by distance between these two is a, plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Then this first charge and this third charge. The first charge is q, third charge is q divided by distance between these two is 2a, plus now second charge and third charge multiplication, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 minus 2q into q divided by distance is a. Now after solving this, whatever we are getting, it is the answer for this question. Now 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is common. Then I can write here minus 2q square by a. And this term is also same, minus 2q square by a. And this middle term is plus q square by 2a. Now this we can write. Let I use a different color pen here so you able to distinguish. So U is equal to this potential energy is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. This 2 minus 2q square minus 2q square minus 4q square minus 4q square by a plus q square by 2a. Now we have to do this addition. Now we can do one thing here. So to adjust 2 below, I multiplied here by 2. So 2 into this one. So we get the next step 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. So this minus 8q square plus q square. Minus 8q square plus q square is minus 7q square divided by 2a. So this is the potential energy. Now, so can we see this in option? So 2 into this 4 we can do. Then we get 7 minus 7q square. Minus 7q square we can see here. Then below that 8 pi epsilon 0 a. So this is the correct option. You can see. So this is written in the option D. So option D is the right answer for this question. Now next, a capacitor C1, which is 4 microfarad, is connected in series with another capacitor C2, 1 microfarad. The combination is connected across DC source 200 volt. Ratio of potential across C2 to potential across C1. So let I draw a diagram here. So here C1 is 4 microfarad connected in series with another 1 microfarad capacitor, and it is connected to a battery which is 200 volt. Now ratio of potential across C2 divided by potential across C1. So we know that C is equal to Q by V. Hence we can write V is equal to Q by C. So this is the formula. Now here Q is the charge. The battery sends the charge Q, and the same charge Q is moving through this both the capacitors. So charge Q is same. Now this V depends on C. V inversely proportional to C. So I can write a potential across 2 divided by potential across capacitor 1 is equal to C1 by C2. Now C1 is 4 and C2 is 1. So answer here 4:1 is the potential across C2 divided by potential across C1. So this answer you can see in option B. So option B is the correct option for this question. Now next question. When 3 capacitors of equal capacity are connected in parallel and one of the same capacity connected in series with its combination, it means that this is C. So here it is C and here it is C. They are connected in parallel and one of the capacitor connected in series, and total capacity of this combination is 3.75 microfarad. The capacity of each capacitor we have to find out. Now here these 3 are connected in parallel, means the capacity we are getting 3C and this C. 3C and C is in combination, series combination. So 1 upon CS is equal to 1 upon 3C plus 1 upon C. It is coming 4 upon 3C. So capacity in this series combination is coming 3C by 4. And this total capacity they given 3.75 is equal to 3C by 4. So by using that 3.75 into this 4 divided by 3 is the C. Now you can simplify it, you will get the answer. 3 divided means 3.75 divided by 3 is coming 1.25 into 4 is equal to C. Hence 1.25 into 4 is 4.1 minute. It is 1.25. 1.25 into 4 is 5. And 5 microfarad is written in option A. So option A is the correct option for this question. Now we have to move for the next question. Now see this network. A network of 4 capacitors, 6 microfarad each, are connected to 240 volt supply. You can see here supply. The equivalent capacitance of the network is, now here this and this, they are connected in series. So when same capacitors are connected in series, then the effective capacity is C by N. So 6 divided by 3 capacitors. So 6 by 3 is 2. So this is coming 2 microfarad. 2 microfarad and 6 microfarad in parallel means 6 plus 2, 8. 8 microfarad is the answer for this question. Listen, you remember, when capacitors of capacity C connected in series, then total capacity in series is C by N, that you have to remember. Here it is 6 and total capacitors are 3. So 2 microfarad is coming the capacity of upper combination in 6 in series, and this 6 in parallel with that. So here 6 plus 2, 8 is the answer. Next question. A parallel plate air capacitor has capacity C. Means when we are using air, the capacity is C farad. Potential is V and energy E joule. When gap between the plate is completely filled with dielectric. Listen, gap is filled. You can see here a diagram. Here it is the air. Now here it is filled with dielectric. Then what happens? The capacity increases. Capacity with dielectric is K times the capacity with air. So this is the formula. Means capacity increases K times. Then we have to discuss here. See the option here. VE increases, VE decreases, means V decreases, E increases. V is the potential and E is the electric field. Now here, you know that C is equal to Q by V. This formula everyone knows. Now V is equal to Q by C. This is the formula of V. As well as V is equal to E by D. So this is the formula. Now V and E, they are directly related as the distance is constant. It means that V and D, they may increase or they may decrease. So V here they written in option C, decrease, increase, increase, decrease. So these are not the options. So these we eliminated by elimination method. Now maybe the answer may be the option A or option B. Now that we have to discuss here. Now see here. So this is the formula. With air, the capacity potential is V. But when we replace the air by a dielectric material, capacity increases. C increases means V decreases. As V decreases, E also decreases. So answer is both E and V decreases. So this option B is the correct option for this question. Now next question. The charge on a 48 microfarad capacitor